Back again, back with the vibe, and this time around we are talking Monina Water. One club that have been doing the rounds in the transfer market has to be Liverpool Football Club. Now Liverpool, despite the fact that they won the Premier League season with 10 points as against Arsenal, they are heading into the 2025-2026 already spending £260 million. And today we'll be dissecting all of those transfers in its importance and as to what other clubs are doing in the transfer market. Mr. Barrow, it's good to have you here once again. And we have one man who knows the game very well, Mr. Justice. Good to have you, brother.
Thank you very much, my brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Liverpool Football Club, okay? Because they are champions and we cannot dive into the Premier League season without analyzing the champions. Mr. Barrow, £260 million spent already this summer, and this club won the Premier League last season with 10 points. Is it necessary spending all this money?
They can go and spend all the money they want. It's called the Coutinho money. Since they sold Coutinho to Barca in 2018, Liverpool...
Modest transfers.
Yes, no, they deserve it because they won the Premier League, and the price for winning the Premier League is about 200 million euros. And they've also had wonderful exits. They had they also Luis Diaz for 75 million euros to Bayern Munich. They sold Kwanzaa to Bayern Leverkusen. A lot of people don't know that for almost 40 million euros. And they sold someone else. So you see, the exits are almost equal to the transfers that are coming in. So they deserve to spend that money.
Well, last season, Mr. Justice, okay, they only brought in Federico Chiesa and they won the league. And now bringing in lots of players. Do you think it will clash with the team already there?
What I'm seeing about this Liverpool team is that what Ancelotti is doing right now, I think this is his own time. Because if you look at the kind of players that he used last season,
players.
It's more of Jurgen Klopp players. And then, okay, now this is just like a new slate for him. So they are giving him money to buy those players that he wants to use and play for the season. You get? So I feel like what they are doing is actually nice, and they are trying to maintain that level of winning in that team. Anyway, other teams are trying to reinforce their squad, but I don't see their Liverpool team going down anytime soon because they are trying their best to remain at the top of the league.
Are trying their best to remain at the top of the league, and some notable big names Liverpool have spent the money so far this summer. Goalkeeper Mamadashvili, Jeremy Frimpong, Mark Kekes, we have Ugo Ekitike, and one man still on the pipeline, Newcastle United frontman Alexander Isak. But comparing Liverpool transfer activities to that of Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City, and even Tottenham Hotspur, do we really say Liverpool have done good business as compared to all of these clubs?
They've done excellent business, you see.
More than Chelsea?
Yes, I would say more than Chelsea because...
More than United?
Definitely. United hasn't gotten all their targets. They are still looking for Sesko.
More than Arsenal? Well, they've brought in their number 9, finally. A striker for the club.
It's comparable. Arsenal have done a wonderful job. They've gotten their star man, Gyökeres, even if I wanted him at Man United. But, you know, we're not in the Champions League, so there's nothing to excite this young.
He chose Arsenal before you guys.
Yes, that's fine. He wants to play Champions League. He's 27. He deserves to play in the Champions League. And Manchester United now are not looking like they are going to even play the Champions League next year because the competition in the Premier League is becoming so high.
Massive.
We can see the reinforcement from Liverpool. We can see what Man City is doing. We can see Chelsea. We can see Arsenal. We can even see Tottenham. So it's going to be really hard for Manchester United to break through. But I would say they've done wonderful business.
Wonderful business, says Mr. Barrow. But coming to you, Justice, okay, this is not the Premier League we played last season, okay? And just like he said, lots of teams are reinforcing. Chelsea have brought in strikers like Liam Delap and João Pedro. Arsenal, Victor Gyökeres. Tottenham Hotspur still have Dominic Solanke, but have gone as far as solidified their squad for the new season. And Manchester United spending £130 million for Matheus Cunha as well as Brian Mbeumo. Liverpool and all of this club, do you think that this club have done more to catch up with Liverpool as to what they did last season?
So far in this transfer window, I would say that Liverpool still remain number 1 because if
he says Arsenal and Liverpool at par.
Yeah, but no, if you look at Arsenal, what Arsenal was lacking last season was striker.
Yeah,
and obviously they have it now.
What is Liverpool lacking? What did they lack last season?
Liverpool also lacking that striker because
Nunes
was not able
Salah
to deliver.
Yes, Salah
Nunes was not able to deliver. And if you look at the late Jota. Jota is not that kind of striker that you can keep there, and he's not a starter if you look at it. But now they are going for the likes of Isak and all this.
Ekitike.
So I don't think It's okay. I don't think Ekitike was going to make up the first 11 because Isak would remain the number 1 for them. If it goes through.
Well, I'm glad you guys brought about the Isak and Ugo Ekitike's comparison, okay? And as of last week, Liverpool tabled a £120 million bid, 110 plus 10 million in add-ons for Alexander Isak, and that was rebuffed by Newcastle United. But there are talks that they would return back with an improved offer. The player have already indicated that he wants to leave the club and his preference is Liverpool Football Club. But as fantasy lovers, okay, we have got Ugo Ekitike, who is around £8.5 million to get him on your team, and Isak is around £10.5 million. But you put yourself as the coach of Liverpool, Arjen Slot. Who would be your marquee number 9 headed into the new season? Is it Isak or Ugo Ekitike?
I'll go for Alexander Isak. You know why? Because Isak is a more direct striker. He's proven in the Premier League. We've seen.
Is it because of the Premier League experience?
First of all, very important.
Very important.
Very important. You see, that's the problem that Manchester United has at the moment, because you need a Premier League, and I'm happy that they figured it out. They've started buying Premier League players. Yeah, so Isak already understands the Premier League. He knows how almost all the clubs play. Yeah. Yes, he knows where to be. He knows the physicality and everything. Ekitike is going to adapt, fine, but now where the problem lies is that two of them are coming in with hefty cash. Ekitike is about 95 million euros, and if Newcastle, Isak is not going to leave Newcastle for anything less than 150 million euros. So it's going to be a real headache for the coach, for Arne Slot, but he has to figure it out.
You agree with that? Isak, Premier League proving, Ugo Ekitike coming into the new league, gonna struggle. Do you think he will struggle?
Let me tell you one thing about Premier League. Once you are a Premier League proven player, it's just like going skin to skin, because you don't need to experiment anything. You know that this player is coming.
But Ugo Ekitike is a proven goal scorer. He scores goals
in a different league. You have to understand that Premier League. Do you know how many players that has come to Premier League and failed? The likes of Angel Di Maria, Falcao, Radamel Falcao, a lot of players, and these players are good. So everything about this is about looking for that proven Premier League players that have shown that okay, I'm good to this league. I know how to play this league. You go for them and sign them. Okay, look at what Man U has been doing.
Matthias Cunha, Brian
Bruno, all of them are Premier League proven players. So for me, this Premier League market, I feel like this is the best Premier League market I've experienced so far, because everything is going well.
Well, I'm glad you talked about Premier League proven, because yes, it works for some club and it doesn't work for some club. Take for example Jack Grealish, £100 million from Aston Villa to Manchester City, and just like you said, Newcastle would not allow Alexander Isak to leave for anything less than 150. Do you think that price tag, 150, it's not small money? Some clubs are being sold for 150 million. Now a player is being sold for 150 million. Do you think that price tag would come and taunt him in a club like Liverpool Football Club?
Well, I think Isak is a very confident player.
Jack Grealish was confident. He was the main man at Aston Villa.
The problem with Jack Grealish, I would say, on a personal view, is the way Man City plays. I don't think Pep was playing him where he should have played.
So where is Jack Grealish's preferred position, and why didn't he succeed at Manchester City?
Manchester City play a gameplay where they hold the ball for majority of the game. At Aston Villa, they didn't hold the ball. They were playing counter-attack at Aston Villa.
And he was the main man. He was the man holding the balls for them.
Exactly. But now you're in Man City where there are a lot of stars. He met De Bruyne there. He met a lot of stars there. So he was not, first of all, the main figure in the team, and then he was slow to adapt. So I think that was down to the nature of the way Man City play.
You talked about main man now. For Liverpool, the main man is Mo Salah. It is not changing. Yes. Isak, will he suffer the same?
No, Isak is not going to suffer the same. I think where he's going to suffer is on penalty duties. But Mo Salah is not a selfish player. We know Mo Salah.
Mo Salah is one of the most selfish players. We know him.
Even as selfish as you think he is, he delivers assists. Last season he had almost 20 assists in all competition. Is that a selfish player? No. Mo Salah is an excellent player. He does both. He scores. Fine. He's a player that always wants to score. But he's a player that's never afraid to assist his strikers.
A player that is never afraid to assist the strikers come next season. Mo Salah, Ugo Ekitike, and the man Alexander Isak. But coming to the manager's perspective, Justice, okay, is it going to be much of a headache for the coach who will be my starter? Will I have to deploy Isak to the flanks? Because at one point in Liverpool, he plays from the left-hand side. Is that what we are going to see this season, or both of them get to play on the field at the same time?
For me, there's nothing to think about this because Isak is a top 9. So
and Ugo Ekitike is a top 9.
Yes, but based on technicality and experience, there is no coach in this world that would choose Ugo Ekitike.
But when you are a player signed for over 80 million euros, you are proving.
No,
you are proven.
Okay, let me tell you.
Anthony but Ugo Ekitike would not leave Germany where he had other suitors to come and sit on the bench for Liverpool.
I understand.
No, he's going to play,
but he's not the coach.
He's not going to be the top man in that number 9.
So why did he choose Liverpool then? He feels he can come and be the main man. Look at
the problem there.
Because
had he been Newcastle, knew that Isak is going to leave, they wouldn't have. They would have gone for Ekitike.
You remember
because
that?
If you remember, they were going for they were more relaxed that Isak is not going anywhere. But all of a sudden, Isak now said that he wants to move, and Ugo Ekitike is somebody that Newcastle would have gone for. But look at what is happening now. So it's now like a surprise for them. They are now coming back to look for Sesko.
I just feel
he's now making the transfer distance to be high for Manchester United. So it's a very bit. That's why I say that I'm really enjoying this transfer window because it's a kind of challenging. It's a kind of battle. Everybody is trying to figure it out. Yes, you get. So for me, Isak remains number 1. No matter what.
I just feel it's a bit unfortunate for Ekitike if they should pull out the Isak deal because Isak is going to start ahead of Ekitike. And I'm not just saying because...
You're saying this with so much conviction.
I'm saying it because I know, I understand football. And I know that Arne Slot and Liverpool going for Isak the way they are going right now, they're not going to buy him and just keep him on the bench. And Liverpool are not ready to play 2 strikers at the same time.
Who say so?
They're going to maintain their 4-3-3.
Who say so?
We're going to see it. They just bought Florian Wirtz. They're not going to bench Florian Wirtz.
So where will Florian Wirtz play?
He's going to play from the left.
From the left?
Yes.
Not as the number 10?
He's not going to play as number 10. He's going to... If Germany, he played from the left for most of the time. So I think he's going to play from the left most of the time.
Well, looking at what Liverpool have done and what they plan to do with the signature of Alexander Isak, we also cannot rule out Isak remaining at Newcastle United. Yes, because they will not allow him go on a free. But ladies, gentlemen, we also have to talk about other clubs in the Premier League. You said something that Arsenal, they have been looking for a striker. And everybody keeps saying that that is the missing piece for the Arsenal to win the Premier League. Now, Victor Gyökeres, 100 plus goals in 2 seasons in Portugal. Now he's an Arsenal player and he's coming with a whole lot of determination, saying that he wants to be the main man. And guess what? Jersey number 14 won with pride by the legend Thierry Henry. Is he coming to Arsenal to help Arsenal win the league? Do Arsenal right now, as it stands, have what it takes to win the Premier League?
Well, I'll say they have what it takes because over the years, over Arteta's stay in the club, they've been saying nearly. Second place. I'll be very angry with Arsenal if they don't even carry the league this season. In fact, I'll be very angry with them if they finish second. They should better finish third though. If they finish second again, they will be Arteta. Arsenal fans will not be happy with Arteta. So it's either they finish first or they finish third or they finish. But that second, they should not finish that second again.
So now second is not a.
Gyökeres is not here to help them finish second. He's here to help them finish either first or third.
Manchester City have done so well. Okay, and the Pep factor last season was one of the worst we have seen Pep Guardiola as a manager. And he has not rested, okay? He has brought in new players into the squad. We have brought in Ryan Cherki. Finally, Manchester City now have a recognized left back in Heinz Nori. And there are still more business that Manchester City plan to do. They've brought in Tijani Reinders from AC Milan. These players are more like the players who were missing last season as to what made them struggle. And he has gone as quickly as possible to get them into his rank. Are we going to see the Pep that we know dominates the Premier League for many years?
The truth is that I'm not going to write Pep Guardiola off.
Because he's talking Arsenal, he's talking Liverpool, and nobody's talking
I'm
about Man
not
City.
going to write him off because, one, Pep Guardiola has proven himself He's a very nice coach, and he knows how to manage the players, and he knows what he wants. So, but the problem this season is that there are other teams that are well prepared. If you look at the
you think Man City are not well prepared? Rodri is coming back.
I know, but if you look at what Liverpool is doing in this market, you will find out that these people are coming for this league. They want to repeat what they have done. And if you look at Arsenal is another team that has that prospect to win that trophy. You get? So that competition is there. Sometimes I used to pity Arsenal because whenever Arsenal prepared to carry the league, another team from nowhere would reinforce their squad and come and win the league. So sometimes, like, I just love what is going to happen. I'm definitely we're going to enjoy this season because everybody
roller coaster of the season.
Okay, look at Manchester United. They are also building their team. Look at Amorim, the way he's trying to use.
Do you think Amorim has what it takes?
In terms of what he has done so far, I think, okay, if you look at the preseason that they have played,
you can't call preseason to be the
no. It's part of it. It's part of it because if you look at the teams that we have been playing last season, we have been losing. Okay, we lost to Bournemouth last season.
That's preseason.
I think that's back to back.
It's preseason.
We lost back to back Bournemouth. Okay, now look at this preseason. Now we're able to hold possession. If you look at our play, Manchester United play have changed. It's not like last season. If you notice, they don't have any good gameplay last season. But now you know that these people has direction.
You need to understand the coach's tactics very well.
Yes, the tactics is moving, and it's a different thing for you to go on tour with players and not to go on tour with players because if you notice when Amorim came in,
he didn't have any preseason with players. So
I feel like next season he's going to improve.
Next season is going to improve. And talking about next season, let's try to summarize things now. Are we having a 2-horse race, Arsenal and Liverpool, a 3-horse race, Arsenal, Liverpool and Manchester City, or maybe it's going to be thrown wide open? We might see surprise. Thomas Frank with Tottenham Hotspur not doing badly, and Manchester United finally getting their missing pieces together. Are we going to have like a 5-horse race, a 3-horse race, a 4-horse race, or even a 2-horse race next season?
As bad as I don't want to say this, I think it's going to be a 4-horse race. I think it's going to be Manchester City, it's going to be Liverpool, it's going to be Arsenal, and it's going to be Chelsea.
Are you writing Newcastle off?
Yes, absolutely. Once Isak leaves there, it's over.
And do you think they are not
You're
going to
mentioning Manchester United?
I know where we are.
They gave Manchester United target, which is top 6.
Our target is just to qualify for the Europa League.
So I'm not talking about them this season.
Alright, you heard my guys in the studio. It's all about Liverpool, all about Man City, all about Manchester United, and not forgetting the Club World Cup champions, Chelsea Football Club. But talking about Chelsea shortly before we wrap up things, okay? How good of a transfer window has Chelsea been able to pull through? Pedro coming from Brighton for £50 million. We also have Liam Delap as well. And they have been able to make some good sales. Players who have not really imparted so much in the team have been shipped out for really good fees.
Wonderful, they are now the champions of the world, and they've not allowed us to hear words since they beat PSG, and I blame PSG for this. You see, they've done excellently well. Before I used to criticize the way their transfers were going. They were buying a lot of players, and I was like, what are these people doing? Like,
over 40
are you starting an army having almost 50 something senior players? But it's working for them. They are winning trophies, and I'm not one to criticize them again because it looks like they found a loophole that nobody understands in the Premier League because nobody is sanctioning them. And now they found a way to ship out their players.
It's really good fees.
For good fees.
Yeah.
We saw Noni Madueke going to Chelsea for
around
almost
52.
56 or 52 million euros, and I was like, in fact, Arsenal fans were confused. They were like, what's going on?
João Felix,
what's going on? João Felix, they took him to Al Nassr for almost 45 million. So even Kepa went to Arsenal for about 5 million euros. So you see, they are still almost in the balance, and people are surprised. But well, I think it's down to the wage structure they are giving them. Now they offer their players about 8, 9 years, 7 years contracts. So I think there's a loophole they discovered. That's what I feel in the transfer market that other clubs do not know yet.
Well, Chelsea discovering something that other clubs have not discovered, and in that discovery, they are world champions, and still in that discovery, hopefully, they will want to be Premier League champions. What do you think? What are we having come next season? Is it going to be a 2-horse race? Is it going to be a 3-horse race? Is it going to be a 4-horse race? Or are we going to have a surprise team come from nowhere and clinch the Premier League trophy? Leave all of that in the comment section.